Alright. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Boris over here, and welcome back to more Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Last time, we continued our story of Turnabout Reminisce, and we pretty much kind of shot ourselves in the foot when it comes to trying to determine what Detective Gumshoe did, and now he has basically been brought back to being the prime suspect in the case. Now, due to how late it is, I will not be able to complete both parts of this because this is supposed to be the ending. So I'll do this tonight, and then I'll do part 2. I'll do the part 2 of the ending bit tomorrow night. Alright, well, technically it is tonight, because it's at 1:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. But still, either way. With that being said, every so often I will be stepping away to take care of stuff at every half hour at least. That way I don't forget to check my wood burner. Hello, Daniel Barry. How you doing tonight? But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. September 10th, 5:45 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Hopefully you guys can't really hear the heater that well in the background. Hopefully not. What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent? It smells like flowers. Uncle Bad, is this it? Isn't that Detective Bad and Tay over there? It looks like she managed to escape the bailiff. No, that's not quite it. Too bad. But it's so pretty! I didn't. You're still a bit too young to be wearing that. But since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it. Thanks! I'll treasure it, always! Those two seem to get along rather well. Oh, here. I've got something else for you. Yay! Thank you, Uncle Bad! Earlier, I ate one of these with gummy. Gummy. Oh, you mean gumshoe. Gummy is... He was trying to be nice to me because I was gonna get in trouble. And then he got in trouble because he lied to protect me. Gummy... I know he didn't kill Daddy! Don't cry. Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying. I'm not crying! Okay. Oh, it's the mister from before, and the lady too! Don't you think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being? You're not involved in the investigation, so it's for the best if you do. Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant, so I'm related to the investigation. Is that so, Detective Bad? Yeah, I guess. What? You were just scolding us like kids not to mess with the crime scene, and now you let this child run free? Why? People are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You always had a few things you wanted to look into. She also had a few things you wanted to look into. Got a problem with that? I don't have a problem with that, but I am curious as to what Mrs. Yu is looking into. Uncle Ben, I'm gonna look somewhere else now, okay? Alright, I'm counting on you. Oh, that's right! Hey, mister! Yes, what is it? I know Gummy really isn't the bad guy. I mean it. So please, find the real bad guy, okay? I won't forgive whoever did this. But in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there is no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. She wandered off while I was pondering. Alright. So we can look anywhere, but before we do, let's see if we can get some information out of Detective Bad. Detective Bad. What exactly was Kay searching for? Nothing that concerns you, boy. Oh? And I suppose it has something to do with Kay? It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point. I don't have time to waste. It sounds like you'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again. I don't have anything to say to you. Be that as it may, we still have questions that we need answers to. Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? Upon entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate. It's that ultra-strong perfume he wears. She spilled some of it. I was having a bad time of it myself. I didn't think twice and opened the windows, but that smell's still here. Perfume, huh? So the sweet scent in the air is perfume. Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's some cheap no-name brand. She said it's a famous brand from overseas. It's a knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff. No disrespect, but she forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl, you can have it. I was born for much more expensive and refined perfume. However, seeing as how you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Miles Edgeworth, you will hold on to this bottle without fail. Why can't she ever be honest about her wants? Misused perfume data jotted down in my organizer. Perfume driven to bad by you. Same perfume as the one spilled in lobby number 1. So now that we have the perfume Miss Yu wears, just fantastic. Is that all you wanted to talk about? If so, I'm going back to investigating. Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about. During the recess. So you were in this room the entire recess? Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big grub down here. But other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here. At least your story is consistent. Earlier, you stated that you were in this lobby with Miss Yu. Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here. Then what you're saying is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival, you and Miss Yu were in 2 different locations? Yes, I am. Interesting. Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you. Let's see. Miss Yu is the sister of the victim of the KG-8 incident. And, as I recall, Detective Bad was the lead detective on the case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard Cece, but because you were the lead detective on the case. I also know that today's trial involving the Cordobian Embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG-8 incident. Now then, Detective, I believe it's time you were honest with me and told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday and the KG-8 incident. If you already know that much, I guess it'd be alright to tell you. KG-8 incident. Now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG-8 incident. It's not exactly a happy story, other than the people who were directly involved. You two will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell. The honest truth behind the KG-8 incident. Faraday, you, and I. As you already know, we 3 were involved with the KG-8 incident. Faraday and I, we were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring. You mean the smuggling case involving one of the Yamato Group's secretaries? That trial was just a front. A facade? Yeah. But the case became tainted. All because the witnesses was going to testify about the Yamato Group's ties to the smuggling ring. CCU was killed. Then what became of the secretary who was arrested? His name was Colin Devore. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. But he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Devore was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just another scapegoat. The boss man of the Amano Group? You can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. That can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis. What is he trying to do? Suspecting Mr. Amano of being involved with smuggling. I suppose it would have been quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. But the man who killed CCU, Manny Cochin, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted on of her murder, Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go? If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him. That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday, Cece. I was supposed to protect them both. Miss Yu did mention that as well. About how Detective Bad was supposed to guard her sister. But even I, who was supposed to protect them, I fell into their trap. What kind of a trap? The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap. You mean you were fired upon? You were shot at that many times in one gunfight? No. Only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned from the KG-8 incident. I see. I couldn't protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. We had hit a brick wall, as far as the law was concerned. And that's when she came into the courtroom, the victim's sister. That's when I first met Callisto Yu. Relation to you. About when you first met Miss Yu. It was on the day the verdict on the KG-8 incident was handed down, was it not? Yes. Faraday and I. We apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do. But just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. And then she gave me a hard slap across the face. Well, she certainly had a lot of self-control to stop at just a slap. If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been punishment enough. I suppose not. You said it herself, that she never wanted to see either of us ever again. But after that, you've seen her many times over, correct? Yeah, Faraday and I, even after the KG-8 incident had come to a close, we continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. But it was no use. We cracked so many different cases. But the result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring. Is the ring really that big? It was in the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor, and I, as the lead detective, took to the witness stand. She appeared out of the blue as the defense attorney. Her client was sorry, that's Edgeworth. Her client was related to the smuggling ring, and she was defending them? Yeah. You was pursuing the ring as best she could as a lawyer. I think she defended Rowland this time. For the same reason. Come to think of it, Miss Yu did say something to the same effect. I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright? Alright? And for that you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer? Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rao was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. It doesn't matter what her reason is. Helping a criminal is just despicable. You're so naive, little girl. I could have stolen this lollipop from you. That's how naive you are. How dare you insult the daughter of Avant Karma? Just like us, you thought that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all. The law is merely a tool. There is no limit to it. Only the skill of the craftsman. You two are still too young. But one day you'll know what I mean. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we've met you again in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all. Relation to Faraday. So what was your relation to Mr. Faraday? You even seem to know Kay fairly well. I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Known him ever since. And Kay, I've known her since the day she was born. Faraday and I, we cracked quite a few cases together. But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Yanagarasu case. Did we touch a nerve? I only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yanagarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial to prove that Rel was not the real Yanagarasu, which I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was able to ask for the After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time to prove or disprove the accusation. But I guess I won't be doing that either. I sense there's more to that statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into the Yanagarasu is what's necessary. Yanagarasu. You claim to know much about the Yanagarasu. What would you plan to share with what you know with me? What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murderous intent towards Faraday and Rel. I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yanagarasu. What? The KG8 incident and its second coming. KG8 incident. Both of these cases are tied to the smuggling ring. And in both of these cases, the tales are... Let's see. And in both of these cases, the witness who was to testify about the ring was murdered. However, there is one point in which they differ, and that is precisely the presence or absence of the great thief Yanagarasu. Oh, sorry. Mr. Bell claims to be the Yanagarasu. However, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yanagarasu. Then during the recess they were both killed. Did you find that to be the least bit odd? Alright. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd? Miles Edgeworth, stop beating around the bush and just spit it out already. I believe that there must be some reason that the two men suspected of being the Yanagarasu are both killed at the same time. A reason? Sorry about that. I'm trying to stay awake because I am kind of feeling tired right now. A reason. And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday's and Mr. Bell's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about Yanagarasu. If I have it, will you solve? Hope I have it will help you solve your case. If it will help you solve this case, then I'll tell you the reason why we've never caught the Yanagarasu. What was that sudden outburst for? You almost gave me a whip. You almost made me a whip by accident. Ugh. It still accidentally whipped me anyway. There are three main reasons why Yanagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yanagarasu always knows the exact location of the largest object. Second, the Yanagarasu always knows how to mask exactly how to feel or how to disarm the security system. Third, Yanagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind, ever. I see. So those are the Yanagarasu's special trains. I see those return assignment. Yeah, sort of got him starting to doze off a little bit. You know what? Man, I'm starting to... I'm really starting to feel tired here. You know what? Let me go ahead and try to get me something to drink. Maybe that might help me out some. I'll have to be away for a little bit, but yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. I had to got me a drink, but I also went ahead and take care of my wood burner. So that's why it took me a little bit more time to do what I said I was going to do. Anyway, I'm going to repeat this line so that way we know where we're at. If I haven't already read it. I see. So those are the Yadakarasu's special traits. Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief. The Yadagarasu has never been caught on tape. Never tries to draw anyone's attention. And would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. That's how I knew. Oh, wait, that's bad. What? I don't know why they put, we'll just have to see in a little bit, but I'm surprised they would have, they'd have her on in this bit, but okay. That's how I knew that Rao wasn't the real Yadagarasu right away. But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't. Listen, little girl. I'm not done talking yet. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodopian embassy, the Yadagarasu. The Yadagarasu sent the evidence? Until now, the Yadagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others, knew about. In that case, how could you be so sure that it was the Yadagarasu who sent it? That's easy. A lawsuit notice was attached. That's how I could be so sure. And just what sort of card is it? Here, take a look at this article. Whenever the Yadagarasu wants to publicize something, a white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had that voice crack. No, let's try that again. Rel had no idea what it was. And that's how Detective Bad knew that Mr. Rel was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yadagarasu now. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? His Honor would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. So if you could please head over to the courtroom, it'd be more appreciated, sir. Understood. I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law mean to you? Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive. I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself, and to play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty. September 10th, District Court, Courtroom Number 3. Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. It appears that his Honor is still a bit dispirited. For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. I now have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony. Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict. Francisco, there is no need to further depress His Honor. But I'm not trying to, Miles. Your Honor. Your Honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me. Your Honor, the evidence? Your Honor! Oh! You! Yes, can I help you? I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir. Your Honor. Do you think you can stay focused long enough to at least do your job? Yes, I'm sorry. And I would, except that the 8th defense attorney has yet to arrive. She's busy with the investigation. So let's keep this brief, shall we? Very well. In that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell are also included, so please go ahead and use them in your investigation into their case. Understood, Your Honor. The pieces of evidence that were used in the murder of these two men. This could be a very good chance for me to find new leads regarding their case. And maybe even something that will finally lead me to the truth. I placed all the evidence over at the prosecutor's bench for you. I see. Thank you very much. I will go and confirm that they are all accounted for. Then this is the evidence related to today's Canopian Embassy trial from Mr. Faraday's bag. You mean the evidence bag that was on the table in lobby number 2, right? Yes. Finally, we can now take a look at the evidence itself, and not just data about them. Let's be sure to thoroughly examine them while we have the time. Agreed. I want to take a good look at all of the evidence in the embassy murder too. And why is that? Because I still don't fully understand what today's trial was about. Gah! Don't point your crap at me just because you don't know something. And don't you try to order me around just because Papa chose you today. I see someone is still sore by not being picked by Mr. Von Karma. It's also real to see the knife up close. So we have the knife, the gun, an envelope. And what's this organizer doing here? Oh, that's right, I completely forgot to tell you. About what, Your Honor? They found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside the evidence bag of his. Detective Bad requested it be passed along to you. He said it would help the investigation. Detective Bad said that? What a strange stroke of luck. Well, never look a good horse in the mouth. We might as well flip through it, too. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, so we got so many things to look at right here. But since we're on it, we'll look at the organizer. Mr. Faraday's organizer. It appears he was in the habit of using it. It looks like he wrote this strategy for getting Mr. Rell convicted down in here. I have collected the evidence I need to prove that Rell was the killer. So between the handgun Rell had on him when he was arrested and the surveillance tape, I should be able to prove that he was the one. It appears that Mr. Faraday honestly believed that Mr. Rell was the killer in the case. The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with superb clarity on the surveillance video. I also have evidence that I can use to prove that Real is not the real Yatagarasu. And it would also appear that he had proved that Mr. Real was not the Yatagarasu. No matter how he may try to play it, as long as I have the Yatagarasu's key, I can prove he's a phony. If I present it to him in court, it should clear everything up. And he apparently also had a very definitive piece of evidence. It's been a long battle. I hope that this will finally bring it to an end. Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared to discredit any claim Mr. Bell may have made about being the real Yatagarasu. And he had a way to prove that Mr. Rel was the guilty party in the embassy murder. This organizer's a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. I'll have to take my time and give it a thorough read later. Mr. Faraday's organizer jotted down in my organizer. Faraday wrote his strategy for winning in here. Look! There's a picture stuck between these pages here. It appears to be a key. And a rather ornate one at that. Just look at the design on the handle. The craftsmanship is superb. Will this be the Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentioned in his organizer? The Yatagarasu's key? Detective Bad said something earlier. What's different about this time? Was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than that one who infiltrated the Turnabout embassy. The Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu sent the evidence? Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize uninterrupted dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others, knew about. Mr. Faraday must have been trying to keep this secret key safe, as a prosecutor on both the Yatagarasu and smuggling ring cases. That's to be expected. Yatagarasu's key data jotted down in my organizer. A photo of the key the Yatagarasu sent. It has a rather unique shape. Let's go ahead and search this out. Let's see what this is about. It's a knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday. Who would have thought that such a beautiful piece of art would be used for such a cruel act? And it's never crossed your mind that you use your riding crop for the wrong purpose? That's odd. What is it? Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer. That certainly is odd. The weapon that was used to kill the Turnabout embassy staff member was the gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from? Isn't it obvious? It was brought into the courthouse by Mr. Rel. That's the only logical conclusion, right? No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters the courthouse doors is checked thoroughly for contraband. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside. In that case, how did you suppose this knife ended up inside the courthouse? You need to think carefully here. There's nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there is one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one has claimed to have seen today. So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I would need to take another good look at the evidence. Miles Edgeworth, Can I take the fact that you have yet to answer me to mean that you don't have an answer for me? Actually, I do know the answer, Francisca. What? Then what is it? One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding has been hiding a secret of its own. And it was through this piece of evidence that our knife was brought into the courthouse. Let's take a look at something here. So, let's see. We have multiple different ways of things going on here. So you have a knife handle right there. Then you got a gun handle, a fountain pen handle, and a Yadagara's key handle. Here's the thing. If you notice, the knife and the Yadagara's key have a similar look to them. So,
take that!
This Yadagara's key Mr. Faraday mentions in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse. You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth. You just need to look a bit closer, Francisca, to see what I mean. Don't the color and ornamentation of the key's handle remind you of anything? They do remind me of the knife. Very good. Both the Yadagara's key in this photo and the murderous knife have this very unique design on their handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yadagara's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was the knife. You don't seriously mean to say... It appears that you finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are, in fact, one and the same. But that's impossible! Even if that is what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility. Now then, let us examine this knife in a little more detail. So, where should we look? Remember what I said about the handle? Let's take a look at the handle. Actually, look at the handle. It's the weapon that was used to kill Mr. Faraday. The handle and the blade itself both have beautiful designs worked into them. Look! There's even a flower-shaped design in this gold section here. If this hadn't been used as a tool for murder, I'd want it for myself. She seems to be drawn to the embellishments. Too bad this isn't mine to give. Oh, wait. Hey, that's very up close, isn't it? I can't believe it turned into a key! To think there was such a trick to this thing! So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key to the Yadagara's stone. This piece of information is more critical than anything we've learned up until now. Yadagara's key data updated in my organizer. A photo of key in Yadagara's scent. It turns into a knife. Alright. Frankly, I'm shocked. Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that even he had no idea the key was hiding a knife blade inside. But if that's true, then only someone who knew about the key to knife trick could have killed Mr. Faraday. Even among law enforcement, this clue is top secret. We're looking for someone who knew even more about the clue than even Mr. Faraday. Meaning that the only person it could be is the one who sent the key in the first place. The great thief Yatagarasu. Then maybe Mr. Bell really was the Yatagarasu. And he was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario? No, not really. Especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Bell was not the Yatagarasu. Besides, as Detective Bad said earlier, but when we questioned Bell about what was sent along with the white card, Bell had no idea what it was. I see. Alright then, I guess the person who knows the trick behind this key is someone else, and that person is the real Yatagarasu. It seems that this key is truly the key to solving this case. Night dated jump dated in my organizer. Weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday. Has secret ability to change into the key Yatagarasu sent. Alright. The scent was with the gun. This gun. It was originally used to kill the Canadian Embassy staff member. When the crime was reported, the responding policeman, Mr. Mao, is still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest. And then, this gun took the original shooter's life. How ironic. Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn from this piece of evidence. I took a quick look through these documents before the trial started. Well, I wasn't even afforded the opportunity to skim it. I suppose I should explain it to you then. Yes, you should. Perfectly in its entirety, if you please. On the night of September 8th, an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy. The staff member died of shock due to being shot in the heart. Mackrell was brought in that night as a suspect and thoroughly questioned, because the murder weapon was found on him, for which he was arrested on the spot. A simpleton of a man, that's what he was. Perhaps he was, for the weapon was the only incriminating evidence we had. Mr. Bell was caught in the act on film by a security camera. He was an even bigger simpleton than I thought. I can't believe he didn't notice a security camera. The Canadian Embassy's security system is supposedly very well designed. He may have simply not been aware that there was a camera in the area. So, have you seen the contents of the video for yourself? Yes, the surveillance video the security camera took was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. You can clearly identify Mr. Rell on it. Even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear. So the footage included sound, huh? I don't think I'd ever want to see the moment of someone's death in real life. Me neither. Me neither. That's odd. We are short one piece of evidence. And the piece that's missing is the surveillance video that was played in court. The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go? The video showing the moment in which Mr. Vale committed the murder. Where could it have gone indeed? Are you done with your inspection of the evidence? Yes, I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I am missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence. Your Honor, were you derelict in your duties? What? No, I dare not lift my duties. What do you take me for? No, Your Honor. The most important piece of evidence in today's trial, the surveillance video, is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me. But I brought Mr. Faraday's old bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene? There's something wrong here. Something about this missing piece of evidence. It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I will have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime. Defendant lobby number 2.
Objection!